Cheers for the North Quincy Raiders and head coach Ryan Frank. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Quincy. On behalf of Quincy Superintendent of Schools Kevin Mulvey and Principal Dan Gilbert, we welcome you to tonight's football contest between the visitors from Braintree High and your North Quincy High Raiders. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the MIAA. Participating student-athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student-athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you require assistance, please call upon a school or security official. Approaching midfield will be the captains of the respective squads. About to get underway, but before we do, would you all please rise and remove your hats and headgear for the singing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to Veteran Memorial Field here in North Quincy. As Braintree and North Quincy set to take the field here, Mike Watson reading the coverage here on BCAM TV as we are set for the opening kickoff as North Quincy will kick it off to Braintree. The Womps coming off of a narrow victory over Hingham in their only game of the season.
Kicking off for the Raiders, number 10, Jordan Mahoney.
Getting set to kick it off will be Mahoney, with Braintree's Garrity deep for the receiving of the kickoff. And we are underway here in the first quarter. Received at the 18, brought out to the 33 is where the first possession of offense will begin for the Braintree offense.
13-yard pickup, first and 10 walk.
So again, Braintree coming off of a victory against Hingham.
4-yard line.
Starting off the season 1-0 with a home victory. Now here on the road for the next 2 weeks. This week against North Quincy, then against Framingham, before back home for a couple games. Stones under center for the Womps, and his first play of the game is a pass, as this one will be caught by Parsons Gomes. He makes one miss out to midfield, where he's knocked out by Tim Toland. So 5 knocked out by 5. Parsons Gomes knocked out by Toland. And Braintree with a good start. Out just past midfield. And a first down on the first play. So it's the Raiders and the Womps here today. As Braintree with another passing play and another completion. As taking this one out to the 42-yard line is Parsons Gomes again.
To number 5, Parsons Gomes.
So Braintree with 2 passing plays, both in the direction of their top target, Parsons Gomes. We have not seen a run play yet. A couple of passes, and now running it will be Curry, right up the middle. Gets it down to the 40. So Braintree with positive plays on the first 3 now from scrimmage.
That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
3rd down and short. Back to pass Stones. Stones will take it off. He'll go up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Up to the 30 and ultimately upended at the 27 as he was taken down low by Dan Hudak.
Result of that play is
2 pass plays, 2 run plays. That one a QB keeper.
27-yard line.
Inside.
As the handoff and a whistle.
Penalty marker.
Penalty going against North Quincy. Looks like the defense was offside.
That'll place the ball on the 22-yard line of North Quincy. 1st and 5 for the Womps.
Braintree with very good field position right now. They're inside the 25. Ball will be snapped at the 22-yard line of North Quincy territory. Handoff going to Curry. Breaks 1. Inside the 15. Inside the 10. Curry knocked down inside the 5-yard line. And they spot him at the 4-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal. As the Braintree offense just moving it right down the field.
That'll bring up goal to go for the Womps from the North Quincy 4-yard line.
So Braintree looking like they're going to score here in their opening possession. And the handoff goes to Curry. Curry right up the gut. Curry still going, diving towards the end zone, very close. And no signal for a touchdown. He'll probably be just inches shy. They spot him inside the 1-yard line. Looks like he's maybe 6 inches back from the end zone. And this is a spot where you could take it yourself if you're stoned. Or just hand it off to Curry. They do give it to Curry, and he walks in uncontested. As Curry walks in from just inside the 1, and Braintree with the game's first point. So a pretty easy drive up the field.
Remaining in the first period. Womps are on the board.
So Curry from 1 yard out, a touchdown, and now the extra point upcoming. The holder on the kick will be Garrity.
Garrett Stone set for the point after.
And the kick on the way, and the kick is up and good.
Owen Donnelly, the holder. The kick is good.
So a 7-0 start.
10 upfield with the score. Braintree Womps 7.
And Braintree with an excellent start here on the road. First road contest of the season. On a Friday night. I believe this field is used by both Quincy and North Quincy. Some fans filing in late on the Braintree side. You see the Braintree faithful on the far side of the field.
Number 6, Garrett Stone set to kick off.
So getting set to kick it away. Ball will be sent back from the 40. And sending it away. Back all the way inside the 5, where this one will be fielded. Bringing it back by Rodriguez Smith, and he is taken down quickly. getting maybe 10 yards on the return.
Pick up of 13 yards.
So Braintree's defense, special teams, doing its job.
On the 17-yard line, 1st and 10, North Quincy. Your quarterback for the Raiders, number 17, Mikey Galligan.
So Galligan under center, the quarterback for North Quincy. Getting set for their first offensive snap with the tailback to his right. And the handoff goes there as Braintree has it pretty well defended. And now breaking away and finding some extra space after all is said and done. And bringing it out somewhere in the ballpark of the 35.
Number 10, Dan DeSilva there defensively.
It's actually a passing play. Had everybody fooled. Pass was incomplete.
They'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Raiders.
So 2nd down and 10. Braintree looking to force a quick 3-and-out as that one's completed, and a couple yard gain. Not much there on the pickup from number 13, Cam Sampson.
To the 20. That was a pickup of 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Raiders.
So 3rd down and 8. 2 straight passes to begin the drive. Both sides have been throwing it. Braintree looking like they're getting ready to blitz. Quarterback under pressure, firing it out. It's caught. And a 1st down and a lot more. Down the sideline, still going. And upended past the 45 as that one is completed to Hudak.
Number 21, Ben Hudak.
So Braintree sent a lot of pressure. And ultimately it was the screen game that got involved.
Raiders are in Wolf territory. 1st and 10, Raiders.
Back to throw, rolling to his right. As Galligan still with it. And a flag thrown in late.
17, Mikey Galligan calls his own number. Pickup of 9. There is a late flag on the play.
Before the play ended, there was a flag thrown. It's going to be a hold on the offense. So that'll wipe away what would have been a 9-yard play.
Spot foul and will place the ball back on the 49-yard line, still in Wamp territory. It is his 1st and 14 for North Quincy.
So the ball will be brought back to the 49 on the Braintree side of the field. Here comes the pressure by the Braintree defense, and firing this one down the field dangerously and out of play is Galligan, as he was under duress by 2 or 3 Braintree defenders.
Second and 14 for the Raiders.
Second down and somewhere around 14 yards.
I don't know if we can hear you on the hot call.
Back to pass, rolling to his left now. Galligan, he just flips it, and it's incomplete. That'll be a forward pass that was dropped by number 13, Sampson. So one that the Raiders really would have liked to have. So a long wait in between plays after the incompletion. It's a third down and long. Braintree scoring on their opening drive of this game. This is the first drive for the home team. Braintree here on the road. Braintree thinking they jumped, and it looks like that's going to be the case. A false start going on the offense. So it'll back it up 5 more yards, and this has been a disastrous drive here for North Quincy after a promising screen pass that got them somewhere in the ballpark of 30 or 35 yards, but since then they have gone backwards. Third down and 19. Coach coming out to talk with the officials on the far side. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty going on Braintree. Wow, that's a big change.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
I did not see that.
It's a 15-yard penalty. That'll bring the ball all the way to the 39-yard line.
Not sure what happened there. None that I can guess is that maybe somehow the official ran into a player on the Braintree side, which would have meant that they were too close to the field. That's the only thing I can think of why they would have gotten that. Didn't really look like there was much there. It is still a third down, but now obviously a much more manageable situation as the ball is at the 39. They only need 4 yards. Back to pass, and rolling to his right. Firing it down the field, and incomplete. Last moment it was broken up on a nice defensive play by the Braintree defensive back, Medina.
That's incomplete.
So that'll bring up a fourth down, and I would imagine the offense will remain on the field.
That'll bring up fourth down. 4th and 4.
So a fourth down play. Obviously a very big play early in the game with Braintree ahead 7-0. Back to pass, rolling to his right. Looking down the field, and open, touchdown. Wide open down the field. And finding Sampson down the field for the touchdown. So Braintree's defense with a missed assignment as a couple of players losing sight of the open player down the field.
7:44 remaining in the first quarter. The Raiders answer Braintree's score with one of their own.
So the extra point would tie the score at 7. So on a fourth down play, a miracle throw down the field, and all of a sudden, looks like we're going to be knotted up at 7. And the extra point on the way, and up and good. So we are tied at 7. Both sides scoring on their opening drive. So a 40-yard catch for the touchdown on 4th down and 4. And the Braintree defense allowing a big play down the field, which for the most part here in the early part of the season, they've been able to make those big plays, but not in this case. And the home team gets a good shot in the arm there with some momentum on their side now.
Kicking off for the Raiders, number 10, Jordan Mahoney. Keeps the receive for the Womps, number 2, Sam Garrity.
So second look now on offense for Braintree after the kickoff from Mahoney. This one will be received at the 20-yard line. Braintree with the return. Here's Garrity out to the 40, 45. Garrity still going midfield. Still going to the 45 before he is swarmed by a maze of players. And Garrity with an excellent return already on to the North Quincy side of the field. So Braintree, who allowed some momentum to get away, getting it right back on the big return. So the offense takes over at North Quincy's 45. Braintree with the run play. And it's Garrity, not too much there. Looks like he'll pick up about 3 yards.
Pick up of 5. 2nd and 5 for the one.
And the handoff again going to Curry, as Curry lunges forward for a couple more yards, and a flag thrown in late.
Give him a 2-yard pickup on that. There is a flag on the play.
Waiting for the call.
Penalty against the Womp. Holding.
The holding call will back Braintree's offense back to midfield.
2nd and 15 for the Womp.
Hey, look at this as a line. Hey, Greg, Niskel looks a little wide. Niskel looks really wide. On the outside shoulder of the back, like Niskel looks wide up here.
Back to pass, and it's completed. As Braintree with a nice gain here on the catch and run by Canavan.
John Canavan to the 40. That's a pickup of 10.
So Braintree bringing it to a 3rd and 5. As Canavan gets a good chunk of yards back from that penalty. Getting ready now. And the handoff, Curry. Curry is again going to move forward, but another flag thrown in late. And a big call upcoming. That will be a 1st down if the play stands. And another holding penalty against Braintree. So the second already here of the drive. And another 10-yard play against the offense.
That'll bring the ball back all the way.
No,
back to midfield. 3rd
Do
and
it right now.
15
You're
for
going to
the
do it.
Womp.
You can't. Get him back. Get him back.
Substitutions going on and off the field. As Stones from midfield will be getting ready to fire this one down on 3rd and long. Stones looks down the field, open and complete again. Canavan.
Pass complete to number 19, Canavan.
So another completion down the field and another 1st down. A couple of completions on the first drive for Parsons Gomes. This time it has been Canavan with a couple of long catches. So the Braintree offense set up in a good spot here to take the lead again. Looking down the field, Stones. Open, down the field, complete. And right on target is Parsons Gomes.
Caleb Parsons Gomes to the 5.
As he is down to the 5-yard line, and the Braintree offense continuing to click.
Ball on the 5-yard line.
Chance here for the Womps to score again. And the tailback will take it, Curry, as he is stopped quickly.
Curry. No gain. Number 77, Mike Akposi on the tackle. They're going to call it a loss of 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal to go from.
2nd and goal. Curry flanks to the right of Stones. Near side right is Marmai. As Braintree will throw, and the pass complete, and a touchdown to Bresciani. So Bresciani, we haven't called his name this year, and he makes the catch and the touchdown.
4:54 remaining in the first quarter.
So Braintree with their 2nd score of the game, on their 2nd drive of the game. Extra point upcoming.
Number 6, Gerard Stones will attempt a 1-point conversion. Number 2, Sam Garrity to hold.
Set to kick it away. High snap, good hold, and the kick is on its way and through. It's good. 14-7. Braintree back in front.
Now Braintree wants 14. North Quincy Raiders 7.
So the Womps jumping out to a touchdown lead again. Womps will kick it off. Again, Braintree has scored on both drives. North Quincy scoring on their only drive.
Along the home stretch, if you would please remove yourself from the fence and get into the stands so that everybody can enjoy the game. Okay, thank you. The 6, Gerard Stones to kick off.
This one a good kick, and it will go all the way through the end zone for a touchback.
And number 3, Marquez Rodriguez-Schmidt watches this bounce through the end zone for a touchback. It will be North Quincy Raider ball at their own 20-yard line.
So the ball will be at the 20, and that's where the offense will take over for North Quincy. So 3 possessions of the game, 3 touchdowns, 2 by Braintree, 1 by North Quincy. And this game looking like it's going to have a lot of points, unless something changes drastically. Imagine at some point, one of the defenses is going to have to make a big play. And the running back will take it right up the middle. Big play. And the chunk play picked up by Mahoney as he brings it out to the 32. Listed as a fullback.
To the 32-yard line. The D-line result of that play is the Red Raider first down.
Braintree looking like the pressure coming. And the running back again takes it up the middle, and not much room this time, as Mahoney is stopped quickly.
No gain.
It's been a long first quarter because there haven't been
for the Raiders.
a ton of stops. Also hasn't been a lot of run plays. which is pretty uncommon in high school football. A lot of teams will run the ball. Open up the pass. And that one is going to be a pass out to the right. And the pass is completed. And a short pickup brings up a 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 34. Their own 34-yard line. Back to pass. He's going to take it himself now. The quarterback will take it up the middle, splits here to the near side, out to the 40, 42, and a late hit after the play. North Quincy looks like they might be a little bit short of the yard to gain because the quarterback, instead of going north-south, goes east-west, and that may leave them a little bit short. So we're going to be a personal foul after the play, and it's going to go against Braintree. Wow, another big swing in this game. So Braintree got a unsportsmanlike penalty earlier on the first drive, now getting a late hit after the play for another personal foul. And that has changed this game. Allowed North Quincy to really catch a couple of breaks. That would have been a 4th down and short. Instead, they get a 1st down. And Braintree's defense again has been undisciplined here in this first quarter, which we did not really see as often. It was the offense that really had all those penalties back in game 1 against Hingham. But things have changed in this second game. Defense making some costly penalties here in this opening quarter. 14-7 lead for the Womps. Back to pass again as Galligan looks and looking down the field and almost intercepted. Jumping in front of that was Aiden Lau, almost picking that one off. A couple of players were deep for North Quincy.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Raiders.
2nd down and 10. Handoff as Braintree very well defended. Able to take him down as Marmai on a very short gain by Mahoney. Maybe got a yard.
No gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Raiders.
They're down in 10. Probably not a ton of plays left here in this opening quarter. Back to pass. Galligan under pressure. Braintree with the sack in the backfield. Coming away with the sack was number 54 for the Womps as Dave Pressman with the sack. And a huge play by the defense to bring up a 4th down and 12. And Would imagine a punt, but you never know. Maybe they think that Braintree's offense is going to be tough to stop. But it looks like they will punt.
Jordan Mahoney back to punt for the Raiders.
Just inside the midfield mark. Ball will be spotted at the 46, and the punt will be a fair catch signal, but Braintree lets it go forward as it'll be stopped and down by North Quincy at the 32-yard line, where the Braintree offense will take over. Fourteen 7, Braintree in front.
Ball spotted on the 32-yard line of Braintree, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the offense. The Womps have scored on both drives so far. As the handoff goes up the middle, Curry squirts to the 37.
15, Curry in the carry.
Another nice play on 1st down.
37, pick up a 5, 2nd and 5.
And a 5-yard pickup for Curry. Gets Braintree in a good position as we near the end of the 1st quarter. And again, it's a run play. Curry, past the 40, 45. Curry working his way down the sideline, and he finds another 1st down as Curry gets his way all the way out to the 44-yard line. So Braintree with a couple of running plays from Curry here on the drive, and they've got a couple of big gains. As this is Stones, he keeps it himself with a nice stiff arm, and he was stopped. Nice defensive play by North Quincy. As Stones picked up. Wynn picks up as well. And a whistle here as the 1st quarter has come to a close. So Braintree, after 12 minutes of action here on the road, we will be back for the 2nd quarter, 14-7 Braintree.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team. If we all show up together, that's what it's all about.
I was a part of helping to build what it is today.
I'm really lucky to get to be a part of that legacy.
Just that simple act that takes, 5 or 10 minutes of your time is making a difference and is transforming someone else's life.
Once you get there and realize how much you can change someone's life, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
You guys keep doing what you're doing. It's something special.
Get up and try something. Just try it. Just go to one event, one action team event.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
Welcome back here as we start the 2nd quarter. Mike Blosser bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV. Back to pass to Stones. Stones rolls to his right. Stones with some pressure gets past a couple of defenders and is upended at the 40. Braintree with the touchdown on each of the first 2 drives. A flag thrown in there. And it's going to be another hold on the offense. So the 3rd holding penalty against Braintree's offense here in the game. Although at this point none of the first 2 have hurt the drives. But you imagine eventually it's going to catch up to him.
Foul will bring the ball all the way back to the 48-yard line of Braintree. 2nd and 18 for the Womps.
2nd down and 18 now for the Braintree offense. As the handoff and a flag before the play.
penalty marker. That'll nullify that play.
And we'll wait for the officials' call. And another false start. So Braintree with consecutive negative plays. So a 10-yard hold, now a 5-yard false start.
Second and 23 for the one.
Back-to-back defensive mistakes. And now a timeout is taken by North Quincy. So we'll take a break in the action. Braintree's offense needs to get it together here. They've had 2 straight penalties, as we will return in a moment. Play continuing here after the timeout. Man going in motion. Back to pass to Stone. Stone's looking down the field. And the pass is caught. Able to bring that one in. And Canavan again. He's got 3 big catches here in this game. As that one is down to the 35-yard line. Braintree with a huge play. And it brings up a manageable 3rd down. 3rd down and short. The man jumped. That might be offsides. We're going to see which way they call it. That very easily could be an offsides against North Quincy. It's going to matter which direction they're looking. And the referee's deliberating. And it is an offside against the defense. I thought so. So finally, Braintree gets a call to go their way. Most of the penalties in this first half have gone against Braintree, but they've been able to overcome them.
Ball's placed on the 30-yard line of North Quincy. First and 10.
So a first down now for Braintree. Ball at the 30. Up the middle. Curry being pulled by his jersey, still continuing down the field. And he's got close to another first down.
15-yard line.
And it is a first down as a 14-yard play from Curry. Braintree moving the ball again. Here's Curry again. And Curry this time is swarmed by 5 players by the defense.
Number 54 at the bottom of that pile. That's Michael Finney for the Raiders. They're going to give forward progress 2 yards. 2nd and 8 for the Warm. Against the Raiders. That's a 5-yard penalty.
So another offside against the defense. That's the second time.
First and goal to go.
So to bring up a first down and goal from the 9. As Braintree looking to score again. Leading 14-7, rolling to his right. The pass is low and incomplete, and a flag thrown in after the play. Canavan was knocked down in the end zone, but the flag looking like it's going to go against Braintree again for another hold, their 4th already here of the half. And these penalties just continue to pile up. Braintree's done a lot of really good things in this first half, but undisciplined play has been a big problem here in this game. Actually, it really was against Hingham, too. Braintree was penalized a lot in their opening game. They're penalized a lot here in the opening half of the second game, and they're really going to find a way to stop making these mistakes. Stones will throw. Pass is dropped by Parsons Gomes. He was open at the 12. Pass Stones. This time, pass completed. Parsons Gomes again, and he stretches forward and gets the ball down to the 12-yard line with the dive. So Braintree now with a goal to go.
Bring up fourth and about 7 for the Womp.
And it actually wasn't a goal to go situation before. It's going to be a first down that could be gotten inside the 6. Braintree will try a field goal here on 4th down.
Number 6, Garoy Stone.
Getting ready here on the field goal try is Stone. Stone sends it away. The kick on its way, and he missed it. Off to the right. Had plenty of leg on it, but Stones just missed it. And that will remain the score 14-7 as Braintree special teams this time cannot convert. Haven't seen a field goal try here this season yet, but this time missing. Again, a good sign, plenty of leg on it, but obviously just missing it wide right. Looked like a pretty good snap and a pretty good hold. Kick just didn't get there. And the defense now will be pinning back North Quincy. So the first drive of this game that doesn't result in points. And the run play, and Braintree has a sniff in the backfield. It's Marmai there.
On the carry. Attracted a host of Braintree tacklers, including number 10, Dan De Silva. That's a loss of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12 for the Raiders.
So a 2-yard loss on the play. Galligan, I'm going to have to throw this one here after the negative play on first down. And he will. Braintree with some pressure. And throwing it off to his right and incomplete. As the pressure from Hawley made that one a much tougher play.
They'll bring up 3rd and 12.
So 3rd down and 12. From the 17-yard line on their own side of the field. Braintree's defense looking to get the ball back for their offense. In a 14-7 game. Braintree has blitzed a couple times in this game. Looks like they have speed coming. Pressure. Quarterback under duress, throws, and it went in between the hands and incomplete. Right along the sideline. That may have been enough for a first down, but the ball was incomplete. So it'll be a 4th down and a punting situation. So Braintree will hopefully get the ball back in a good position to maybe get points on this drive.
Number 10, Jim Mahoney back to punt for the Raiders. He's to receive number 2, Sam Garrity.
This one's a low punt. Takes a good drive. And all the way out to the 44-yard line where it'll be down by North Quincy.
Down by number 3, Marquez Rodriguez Smith for the Raiders. And the Wamps will take over offense from their own 45-yard line.
So the ref giving Braintree an extra yard. It'll be at the 45, and that is where the offense will take over. Stones again with a touchdown pass to Bresciani, and Curry with a 1-yard run. Those are the 2 Braintree scores. And Sampson with a 40-yard catch on the other side for North Quincy. As it's one out to Parsons Gomes, who again extends over midfield. And Braintree with a positive play here on first down, but a player is injured on the field for North Quincy. And we'll have a break in the action with the injury on the field. Injured player hobbling towards the sideline. And that was Dan Hudak, who is making his way to the sideline. Hopefully the injured player will be okay for North Quincy. As Braintree's offense will have a second down play now on the North Quincy side of the field at the 47. Second down and a couple. Stones is ready. Looks down the field and it's caught. Oh, nice catch. Back behind himself. Garrity able to squeeze that one and make the catch for the first down. And Stones, this time a little bit more inaccurate, but the catch is made on a great play by Garrity, who went behind himself to make that catch. As the handoff will be to Curry, who turns and finds his way for about 5 yards. Again, very tough guy to stop.
By number 14 for North Quincy, Ben Wallenstrom. 4-yard pickup, second and 6.
So the ball spotted now at the 30-yard line. Braintree, who missed a field goal on their last drive. Right back on the opponent's territory. Parsons Gomes out to the 20, 25, make it 15 inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, where he will be taken down after another first down. And Braintree in business again.
First and 10 more.
Pass completed, as that one is caught by Canavan.
Down by number 5 for the Raiders. That's Tim Tolan. First and goal from the 3-yard line.
And it's a run play. This time Curry is slowed down in the backfield, and he will not get anything this time.
Loss on the play.
Maybe lost a yard.
Number 52, Alan Guan.
Second down and goal for the offense. And another whistle.
Penalty marker.
And a flag on the field. Waiting to see the call. Referee coming over towards the middle of the field to make the call. And it's going to be another false start. Going against Braintree.
False start against the wall. 5-yard penalty. That'll place the ball close to the 11.
So the ball now at the 11-yard line. Second and goal. Back to pass. It's Stones, and the pass is caught by Parsons Gomes, and he is inside the 5. So Braintree will have a third down and goal from inside the 5 now, trying to go up by 2 scores.
Third and goal from the 5.
Third down and goal for Braintree, leading 14-7 here in the second quarter. Stones will hand it off. It's Curry. Curry works his way towards the goal line, dive, And he's in! Touchdown! As Braintree goes ahead by 2 scores, continuing to do all the right things here in this half. Actually, they're going to call him short after all of that. And now Curry takes it in on 4th down. He does score. So it doesn't matter after all is said and done. He finds his way in. And whether he was in on the last play or not, he makes no doubt about it now. I thought he was in. But again, they don't have replay. And it's not going to matter as Braintree scores on the next play and go in for the touchdown. Curry's second from 1 yard out. Snap down, kick on the way, and the kick is right down the middle, is good. So Braintree extends the lead to 21-7. So Curry's second touchdown of the half. Both touchdowns coming from 1 yard away. And that ultimately was on a 4th down play after, in my opinion, he scored the play before, but doesn't matter as Braintree now ahead by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. Braintree will kick this one away. This one will be fallen onto by Rodriguez Smith, who had some trouble with it, and a very bad field position for North Quincy. See if the pace of play will pick up a little bit here.
The missing big card belongs to Elena Alciar. Come to the announcer's booth to collect it.
So the ball at the 15. First down and 10 for North Quincy. It's a passing play. The pass drops. Another routine play. This one unable to be made by Mahoney. As North Quincy starting to feel some pressure by the Braintree defense. So second down and 10 now. What's been a pretty good game to this point. Closing in on halftime, a couple minutes away. North Quincy rolling to their right as Galligan again under pressure, fires over the middle and is caught. As this one is completed to number 33, Will Conley.
Will Conley.
So that'll be a first down.
Raider, first down. Ball's on the 26-yard line.
Long wait in between plays as the ball is at the 26. Braintree with a 21-7 lead. Braintree received the opening kickoff, so North Quincy will get the ball to start the third quarter. Braintree scoring on their first 2 drives of the game. Third drive ended in a missed field goal. Fourth drive ended in a touchdown. As this one is caught again by Conley as he drives it out to the 35.
First down.
So back-to-back first downs gained by the offense for North Quincy, who trailed by 14 points here at home. See if Braintree changes it up a little bit defensively here. They've given up a lot of space over the middle to Conley, who really wasn't involved much the first quarter plus. Looking down the field again, and the pass is going to be caught. Oh, what a nice catch down the field. That's that one hauled in by Sampson. He had two defenders draped on his back, including Braintree's Lau and Dever. That was a great catch. So a long catch by the receiver, who now sets up North Quincy in a position to score before halftime, but they're going to have to hurry. Not a ton of time left before halftime. Braintree's defense looking to make a stop before halftime. That's the run play, and nothing there on the first play, maybe a yard and a half on a short run up the middle by Marquez.
Carried by number 2, Jalen Marquez. Pick up of 1. That'll be 2nd and 9 for the Raiders.
They give him a yard on the play, 2nd and 9. The Raiders looking to score before the halftime break. Again, they do get the ball to start the third quarter, so that's obviously a bonus for them. But Braintree right now enjoying a 2-touchdown lead, but that's in jeopardy. We have not seen a turnover yet, as this will be a handoff going the other way. Back towards the middle of the field, and finding some space was number 21, Hudak, who was injured earlier. Actually, that was, I assume, his brother,
Ben Hudak on the carry.
Dan Hudak, that was injured earlier.
3rd and 1.
We gotta be ready.
So it's a 3rd down, just about a yard to gain. And the ball is placed at the 5. And the handoff to his right, and he is dropped in the backfield. Braintree had that one sniffed out, and that one wasn't a great play. As the handoff to Marquez went backwards, and now it'll be a 4th down. And probably, I would assume, a field goal try, although it's not going to be an easy one.
Loss of 3, that'll bring up 4th down and 5.
It'll actually just be a 4th and 5, so a lot at the disposal. Coming out of the break, looks like the offense is going to remain on the field. I'm surprised that they're not going to try and kick this one. Back to pass. Rolling to his right. Looking down the field. Braintree with lots of pressure. Almost threw that one and went out of bounds, and the pass was incomplete, and that is just about going to do it here in the first half, as North Quincy electing instead to take the try at field goal. They don't get anything from the drive, and that is a heartbreaker right at the end of the second quarter, because they had some momentum going their way. Maybe you score, maybe you cut it to 7, get the ball, and now things much different. Braintree's offense going to come out and just kneel it down, and we will go to halftime. So a big missed opportunity for the offense. As Braintree with the kneel down, and that should do it here for the first half. Players not going to the sideline yet. Nobody's called the timeout. Referee just waiting to signal for halftime. And that is halftime. So the first half comes to a close, 21-7 Braintree. And they're out to a nice lead here on the road. We'll be back to third quarter action in a moment.
On the home side. Thank you. Kicking off for the Wolves, number 6, Aeroid Stone. To receive for the Raiders, number 2, Marquez Rodriguez Smith. And 33, Will Conley.
Back here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. Braintree will kick this one off.
And the wind has
The wind taking it off the tee, so Braintree will have to reposition the ball. Mike Wasser bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV. 21-7 lead for the Womps, and this one sent away. A low line drive, and this one finds its way through the end zone, and the offense will take over at the 20.
For a touchback. And the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Quarterback number 17, Mikey Gallagher.
So Galligan, again, the quarterback. Getting ready here. First play of the third quarter. Braintree almost jumping offside, and now there's going to be a whistle. Looked like Braintree may have been offside.
Penalty marker.
Womps definitely were right there along the line. And the signal is for offside. So Braintree jumping off. North Quincy jumped off earlier.
That's a 5-yard penalty. They'll put the ball on the 25-yard line and make it 1st and 5 for the Raiders.
First down and 5 before the offense even snaps one. Changes the play selection as well. Probably run it now. It's side pass. It's completed over the middle. And Conley, who's been pretty busy the last couple of drives, makes the catch and gets the first down. As that one brought out to the 38, 39-yard line.
The result of that play is North Quincy 1st down.
So a first down for the home team. So the Raiders right now trailing by 2 scores. They get the ball to start the third quarter. Need to make use of it. Back to pass again. Galligan under pressure. Still under pressure. And we'll throw this one across the field. Dangerous pass, and it is intercepted. That is not the play you want to make going across the field, as Garrity picks it off, and a huge defensive play for Braintree. That's probably the worst decision that Galligan could have made on that play. Take your loss there, go out of bounds, or just throw it away off towards the Braintree sideline. Instead, he throws against the grain and throws it right into traffic. And Braintree with the INT and the first turnover of this ball game, and the offense very quickly on the field as Braintree trying to hurry it up here against the defense for North Quincy. Womps certainly have had their way with the Raiders in this game. They scored on 3 of their 4 drives in this game. The only drive they didn't score on was a missed field goal, as Curry finds his way out to the 32-yard line on the first carry and a first down on the first play on offense of this drive.
The 33. Result of that play is the Braintree first down.
So a first down for the Womps, who really want to make this second half go by quickly and hopefully add on to their total on this drive. Handoff up the middle is Curry. Curry finds his way over the 30 out to the 27.
Curry again across the 30-yard line. Placed at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6. Passing play. And it's incomplete in the direction of Canavan, who's been heavily involved in the passing offense.
Canavan may have been tipped. Going to bring up a third down.
So a third down now for Braintree's offense.
7 for more.
Back to pass, Stones. Fires, and it is knocked away. Its intended target there was Parsons Gomes. And I would imagine Braintree might consider going for this here. As the ball probably a little bit too far to go for a field goal. Offense stays on the field. Braintree drew him offside earlier. We'll see what they can do here. Stone's looking to make something happen. As the defense jumped offside. Wow, how can that happen? What was the reason for that? As Mahoney found his way offside, and that is a backbreaker. And that is going to drive the coaching staff for North Quincy crazy. You're already down 2 scores. You just give the offense a free first down on what would have been a 4th down and 4. So now Braintree takes over inside the 25. And the offense says thank you very much. Braintree just holding on, trying to draw him offside again. Hand off. This time Curry breaks to his right. Curry with another good gain on the first down carry, as he is going to be inside of the 20-yard line down to the 17.
From the 19-yard line.
And Braintree with the passing play, and over the middle, incomplete. Trying to get the ball over to Bresciani, who had the touchdown earlier, the junior receiver.
Leo Bresciani, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Second down. As this one is Stones to take it himself. He's under duress in the backfield and somehow gets a couple of yards back. So the defense makes a big stop. Able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it brings up a third down.
3rd and 10.
Third down and 10. Third down play. As Stone's looking down the field, open, touchdown! And Canavan finds his way open again as Braintree with their third make it 4th touchdown of the game. 27-7 the score. And Braintree continues to dominate on big plays in this game. So what has turned into a Braintree 3-touchdown lead. Getting set to kick this one away will be Stone, who just made the pass completion to Canavan as Braintree spreading it around. The kick on the way, and he missed it. He got it inside the post. That one looked like he missed it to the right, but clearly from our angle must have had a distorted view of that one, but Braintree obviously very content to see that as the kick on the way and good, and Braintree makes it 28-7, so the extra point on its way through. My apologies to Stones, that looked like it was off to the right, but Braintree obviously very happy to have it go through. It's 28-7, and Braintree very much in command of this ball game here in the third quarter. So the personal foul on the touchdown play will be enforced here on the kickoff, which is where Braintree will kick it off over the 50, and almost certainly we'll see a touchback now on the unless Braintree tries an onside kick, which
And number
probably don't
33,
obviously
Will
need to at this
Conley.
point in the game with a commanding lead. But a lot of things could happen here. This one will be sent down the field on a low line drive, fielded at the 5-yard line, and Connolly brings it out. Pretty good return, and Braintree's
Will
defense
Connolly
had him slowed down at the 25.
With a 22-yard kick return by number 33, Will Connolly. Will place that ball officially at the 26-yard line, where the Raiders will
The
go
ball
back on
placed
offense.
at the 26, and that is where the North Quincy offense will take over, trailing right now 28-7. Rolling to his left, and Braintree again bringing some pressure on Galligan. He's under duress and throws it down the field again, going across his body, and the pass is caught by Connolly, who's been his favorite target the last couple series now down the field. And North Quincy now trying to make something happen, already trailing 28-7 in this ball game.
No. The nose guy's still head up. They're bringing the backside tackle.
So the clock continuing to churn here in this third quarter. Braintree enjoying a comfortable lead here on the road, on their way to their second win in as many tries, with a home victory over Hingham, now leading 28-7 over North Quincy. As the handoff goes right up the middle, and Braintree had it sniffed out. A very short gain up the middle by Mahoney, who had that really bad offside play on the last drive, and those are the kind of mistakes you just can't have. I mean, you're clearly the underdog in this ball game based on the script of this game and the score that we see, and making those kind of mistakes, obviously they're kids and make mental mistakes, but those are the kind of plays if you want to come back that you can't have. And we saw a interception on that drive right before that. That was a poor decision from the quarterback, as Galligan again threw it across his body. Did again on this drive, but got it completed and throws it out to his right. Pass caught.
Pass was complete to number 10.
As the ball will be spotted just outside the 40-yard line. And they say he was down at the 39.
Line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Raiders.
So 3rd down and about 10. Braintree crowd trying to get their defense pumped up for this play. They need more energy. Defense has been all over the quarterback the last couple drives. Lots of pressure being put in on Galligan. Is rolling to his left now. Looking to make a play. Throwing across his body again. Long pass down the field. It's caught. Wow, nice catch down the field. As making that catch was number 13, Sampson. So an excellent catch. And all of a sudden, North Quincy starting to move the ball in this drive, but they need points in a hurry. Still a whole quarter and change to play, but Braintree doesn't seem like they're going to be stopped on offense right now. Again, 2 touchdowns from Curry for Braintree. This will be a screen pass. Ball completed inside the 25. As the second screen catch of the game. And Hudak with a catch and run. Senior running back.
2nd and 2 for the Raiders.
Second down and a couple. North Quincy using a lot of time here in between plays. And the quarterback will roll to his right. Galligan looking for the first down. He's got it. And a flag thrown in there late, right before he got the first down. And that may go against the offense. It looked like there may have been a hold on Wallenjom. And it is a hold going on the offense. And that is a situation where you didn't even need the hold because the quarterback was already past that. And that is going to completely disrupt this drive. Ball's back to the 35-yard line. Second down and 12.
For the Raiders.
Back to pass. Braintree with some more pressure in the backfield. And wrapping him up and sacking him will be number 54, Pressman, his second of the game. So Pressman with 2 sacks, and Braintree's defense getting the better right now of North Quincy. It's been all Braintree here in this ball game. So brings up a third down and 18 yards. Back to pass. Galligan rolling to his right. Looking down the field, still looking. He's going to go himself, and he will be taken down just outside the 30.
Galligan calls his own number.
Had a couple of players open down the field.
Joe Pendergast.
And that'll bring up a fourth down, I believe.
This is going to bring up 4th and 9.
So fourth down and about 9 yards. To pass on the fourth down play. The defense coming in. Galligan scrambling around, running out of room. Fires, and the pass is incomplete, and a turnover on downs. So the Braintree defense again allowing nowhere to go. And the stop by the Braintree defense. As that looked like that was Tutkus in there, forcing the throw to be off the mark. That's where Braintree's offense will take over here and see if they start to run some clock. A 3-touchdown lead. And the handoff going up the middle. And Curry bursting forward out to the 42.
Number 15, James Curry, on the carry. That is a first down.
And that'll be another first down for the Braintree offense. Curry just continues to be
to 42.
almost impossible to stop right now.
Timeout, North
And a
Quincy.
timeout taken by North Quincy. We'll be right back. Back here after the timeout. North Quincy needs to stop in the worst way. Snap, and this time over the middle is Curry again over midfield. And he continues to churn out the yards. And looks like another first down. So back-to-back 12-yard rushes, and Curry has given Braintree another first down.
Quarterback now, ball on the one, Gavin Barringer, number 4.
And it looks like a new quarterback into the game for Braintree as Curry bursts forward again, and he's got another first down inside the 25. Not sure if there was an injury to Stones, but Braintree has brought in Farragher, the sophomore quarterback. Maybe the game in hand, trying to give a younger player some snaps. But certainly didn't see any injury to Stones. As Braintree hands it off again, and this time Curry, not much room to work with.
Curry.
Maybe a yard.
Taken down by number 84, that's Paul Glynn for the Raiders. Second and 10 for the one.
Second down and 10. They say no yards on the carry by Curry, who's been the workhorse in this game. Gets the carry again. This time he's taken down the backfield. Slowed down in the backfield finally now is taken down. It took 4 guys to finally wrap him up and take him down. That's Braintree with a negative play this time from Curry, one of the rare times he's been stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
There was a host of tacklers on the defense. That's a loss of 6 yards.
That'll go down as a 6-yard loss.
Jump that swat. Jump that swat.
Still awaiting the snap. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. So the 28-7 lead for Braintree will head to the fourth quarter. We'll be back.
North Quincy Raiders 7.
Lazy bones, loafing through the day. You always seem to find the easy way, moving like you're rolling away. Never heard a word I say.
All over America, entire families are backsliding. We're no longer just sedentary, we're stationary, and that's bad news for your bones. At any age, bones need weight-bearing activity to grow strong and stay strong. So go outside, take the steps, play with the dog. Just get up, get out, get moving.
Never keep your bones that way. Never heard a word I say.
A public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Back here to start the fourth quarter. Here at the site of another Braintree road game here at Veteran Memorial Stadium. The punt from Braintree is out of bounds at the
Raiders.
7-yard line, it looks like, is where they're going to officially spot it. So that's where the offense for North Quincy will take over. Braintree right now with an opportunity here to pin back North Quincy in their own end. After Braintree, again, had made a change at quarterback, bringing in Farragher, who led the end of that last drive. But obviously most of the work was done by Curry on the ground. And now Galligan will try and lead his offense deep in his own territory. As back to pass, Galligan under pressure, he's in the end zone, and he is sacked, and that is a safety. So Braintree will get 2 points on the safety, and they now lead 30-7. So Braintree enjoying a big lead now at 23 points, 30-7, and Braintree will get the ball as well, and obviously try and run some clock. We'll return in a moment and bring you back the free kick. Back here after the little delay, as this one is a pooch kick out to the 45, and that's where Braintree falls on it, as that was Braintree's number 2, Sam Garrity, falling on it. So this time Stone's back onto the field. So whatever the reason is that he wasn't on the field last drive, he's back out there, and you would assume Braintree pretty much going to run out the clock now. You don't really need to throw the ball any further unless it's on third down. And at that point, I don't even know if it's even worth throwing with a 23-point lead. Try and force the defense to burn some timeouts and just run this clock dry. As Braintree on their way to their second win of the year. And another pre-snap penalty.
Penalty marker.
And a 5-yard penalty going against North Quincy.
5-yard penalty.
Another bad penalty going against the defense. Braintree's had a lot of penalties against them as well. This has been a lot of penalties for the second straight week. As Curry gets the handoff and again just churns away, and he just can't be stopped. As North Quincy has no answer for him here in this ball game, as he's got another 18 to 20 yards on the carry. As Curry breaks it out to the 32-yard line.
Across the 35 to the 32. First and 10, Braintree.
Back to pass, and the pass is incomplete over the middle of the field, and a flag thrown in there. Most likely going against the defense for pass interference. Defense is going to get the penalty.
It's a 10-yard penalty.
So that'll be another Braintree first down. Surprised Braintree was throwing there.
It'll be first and 10 at the North Quincy 17-yard line.
And a handoff going up the middle. And another decent gain.
Curry across the 15.
As Curry's over the 15-yard line.
Pick up on 5, 2nd and 5.
Another handoff and another run by Curry as he dives towards the 10.
Taken down by number 56, Joe Niska. Pick up a 2, 3rd and 3.
Handoff again is Curry, and Curry barreling towards the 5.
Curry.
Run after run.
First and goal to go from the 6.
Getting ready again here on the snap, and Curry again gets the ball, and this time he's taken down in the backfield. So Curry this time with a rare tackle for a loss. Surprised Braintree hasn't brought in a running back to help out and spell some reps here for Curry, who's been getting a ton of work here in this ball game. Haven't seen many running backs touch the ball, and with a big lead like this here in the 4th quarter, I'm surprised Braintree's not bringing somebody else in. Stones with a low snap and then throwing it away as he was under duress, and that's the last thing you want to do is have your star quarterback get hurt in a meaningless situation.
The 6, Garoy Stones, drop for a loss.
And an intentional grounding going against Braintree.
Intentional grounding.
So that'll be a loss of downs and the flag.
Loss of downs.
And actually it looked like the pass was in the direction of one of the receivers, but the referee's deeming that it wasn't. And it's Braintree again with a run with Curry.
Number 4 for the Raiders. Fourth goal to go from the 13-yard line.
So Braintree just continuing to churn out this clock. And what has turned into a Braintree blowout. A 30-7 lead. Leading by 3 touchdowns. Braintree with a missed field goal, one of the few things they did wrong in this game. They also were able to force a safety. But Braintree with those 4 holding calls, one of the only other things that Braintree has done wrong in this game. The offense has scored on just about every drive in this game as the handoff goes up the middle. And the handoff is to Curry. And that'll be a turnover on downs against Braintree. So that obviously was to try and break one, but at that point, why not try that field goal? Braintree tried earlier, they missed. And the offense for North Quincy now will take over. So the offense taking over, down 30-7. North Quincy scoring on the first drive of the game, but haven't scored since. And the handoff going out on a jet sweep. And a decent gain for Connolly, who's run probably one of their most dynamic players in this game on offense. And it looks like North Quincy may be waving the flag now at this point. Not in any hurry. And Braintree obviously comfortably in front. Handoff up the middle and a first down. On the carry up the gut by Hudak.
Check his forward progress. Close to the line. And he'll come up a yard short.
Actually going to mark him just short. From the naked eye, it certainly looked like it was a first down. It is another handoff, and this time he will certainly get the first down and more. As the handoff again to Hudak, who's slowed down by 5 Braintree players.
All the way to the 35-yard line.
All the way out to the 35. As it looks like Braintree has made some substitutions here to maybe take out some of the starters at this point.
That'll be a greater first down. On the 35-yard line.
So a lot of run plays here in this fourth quarter by both sides. Man going in motion. And a passing play is Galligan looking down the field, and that one is going to be picked off. A second interception of the game by Garrity, who now brings it out all the way to 50. Over the midfield mark and knocks out of bounds. Well, actually just goes out on his own at the 40. And Garrity with the second pick of the game. That'll just about put this one away.
They're going to call it the 40. This is Braintree ball.
So obviously, North Quincy needed some big chunk plays, and they tried to get it all at once with a long throw down the field, and Braintree had 2 defenders back there, and a second interception of the game by Garrity. As Braintree, for the second straight week, forcing a couple of mistakes by the offense. And now just trying to run this clock out. And so finally, Braintree goes somebody other than Curry in the backfield, and it looks like now going to take over the running duties will be Ellie, with Farragher out there at quarterback. As Ellie gets the ball, and he gets taken down immediately in the backfield as White makes the play.
For the Wasps, taken down by number 4, Ariel White, but they use the penalty marker.
And a flag down on the play, and at this point, I'd like to see the referees put those flags away in a pretty much already decided game. Obviously some frustration for the crowd here. It's going to be a penalty going against the defense.
Too many men on the field against the Raiders.
Too many men against the defense. Hard to imagine a mistake like that, with Braintree obviously in clock killing mode.
5-yard penalty. That'll put the ball at the 35-yard line of North Quincy.
And another tackle in the backfield. And I don't even know if they had the spot correct.
Taken down by number 4 once again, Ariel White.
Braintree going to take their time in between plays and let that clock continue to run out.
Correction, that play was down by contact. Number 4, Gavin Farrier. He
He was on the ground when he fielded the ball.
Sean's going to move in there.
Second and 10.
Sean's going to move up. Sean's going to move aside.
And a high snap carried by Ellie as he stiff arms over the 40 outside of the 37 where he's ultimately tackled.
Knocked out of bounds. There's only a pickup of 3.
Just a 3-yard gain on the play, but Braintree obviously content right now to let the clock continue to run out.
It's 3rd and 7 for the Wamp.
The waiting game right now is Braintree's on their way to their second win of the year to improve to 2-0. They got Framingham and another winnable game next week. Trying to start the season a perfect 3-0 before they have their homecoming game. Handoff, and Ellie is stopped in the backfield, able to break off a tackle and find some room as a flag is thrown in after the play.
Number 22, Eli on the carry once again. There is a flag on the play.
And it's going to be a holding call going against Braintree.
Against the Wamp. The play's coming back.
So bring back the offense 10 yards and a 3rd down upcoming.
Bring the ball back to the 46-yard line of North Quincy. 3rd and 16 for the Wamp.
Clock continuing to go here in this 4th quarter. Braintree just trying to make a couple more plays to close it out. Again, the Wamps have gone to their backups. And again, nobody's blocking, and this is starting to get a little bit more dangerous for some of the players as Ellie has nowhere to go, and he's continued to get hit before he even has a chance to take off. See if Braintree punts here, if they just go for it. Bring up a 4th down and 20 plus. So Braintree takes a timeout. Play resuming after the timeout. Braintree's going to punt it away. A high snap, and this one up and over the head of the quarterback and punter, and somehow able to get it away and get back something from the play, as this one is fielded and downed at the 43-yard line. That was dangerous for Stones, who could have gotten hurt on that play.
Stones picked it up and still managed to kick it, and it was downed by number 2, Sam Garrity, but it is Raider ball.
So the Raiders will take over for the last drive of this game. One last possession in this ball game, 30-7, Braintree with the lead. And barring one more score, this will be the final score.
Ball be spotted at the 47-yard line of Braintree. 1st and 10 Raiders.
So the ball actually placed at the 47, which ends up being a decent punt after all is said and done with the way that snap was. Callaghan will throw it down the field, looking for somebody, and throws it behind the intended target. He hasn't been on the same page here in the second half with his receivers.
Pass intended for number 7, Nate Sampson, incomplete.
Trying to find Sampson down the field. So it looked like this was going to be a back and forth battle after the first series. Up and down the field, both sides went, both sides scoring on long touchdown drives. But Braintree has only not scored on 2 of their drives in this game. One of them coming on a turnover on downs late in this fourth quarter. The other one, a missed field goal. As the handoff going up the middle. And a positive play by Hudak, who obviously with the score the way it is, just trying to gain some positive yards to make a chance at moving the sticks here on this drive.
2-yard line of Braintree. Third and 5.
So 3rd down and 5. As Braintree looked like they jumped offside again. That's been a problem on both sides in this game. As it looked like the Womps may have gone across the line. That was Murphy who jumped off.
Five-yard penalty will result in a Raider.
So that'll be a first down for North Quincy on the
under a minute
offside.
It's not that big a deal. This is starting off with over the guy that just yeah, well, we usually leave them down in the woods and do that.
So a couple more plays left, and this game will end. I'll give you the scoring recap in a moment. Up until this point. And the handoff to Connolly. And Connolly is slowed down in the backfield, trying to make something, and cannot find any room.
Number 33, Will Connolly on the carry.
So Braintree with the opening touchdown from Curry from a yard out. Sampson for North Quincy tying the score on a 40-yard catch. Then Bresciani for the Womps with a 3-yard touchdown catch. Curry from a yard out made it 21-7. Then Braintree had a touchdown from Canavan here in the third quarter to make it 28-7, and then a safety late in the fourth quarter is the scoring, and that is all the scoring in this one, as Braintree with a convincing win here today on the road. 30-7 the final score. That'll conclude our coverage here today on BCAM TV. Thank you for watching our live stream, our broadcast with a little bit of commentary towards the end as we continue on the Braintree season, a 30-7 victory. So thank you for watching here today. On our behalf of our camera person, David Eric, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.